Welcome to another episode of the Roundup, the show where we break down what happened in the previous week of SPS competition. I decided to go all out this week and construct this incredible studio inside of my own home. As you can see, it's an exact replica of the set in Burbank. It was a lot of hard work, but it was well worth it. Last week, we ended on a very suspenseful note as India had 9 teams contesting 6 spots in a very close race heading into this last week. Algiri and True Rippers have dominated the split, but only 65 points separated 3rd through 11th going into the final week. These competitors had 2 cups to make their dreams a reality, so let's go ahead and take a look at Cup 5 to see what happened. Not a single surprise here. 5th through 8th lost in the quarterfinals, and the top 4 teams filled out the semis. OPX got a shot at Algiri, so let's check that out first. This match was all about whether OPX could upset Algiri and claim those points for themselves, which would help secure their open final spot. They started off strong, managing to score the first goal in Brawl. OPX continued to dominate from there, keeping Algiri at bay while comfortably running down the clock to take the round. Usually, we see Algiri get into their rhythm fairly quickly, but this time around, they were just too slow to keep up with the red attackers. OPX was simply unstoppable in this first set, and it was Clashy who rolled in yet another goal to draw first blood in this semifinals match. Algiri woke up during gem grab, triggering a fast countdown and forcing OPX to scramble to respond, which they did by nullifying the countdown with 10 gems of their own at the last second. It came down to the wire, but eventually Algiri took the round by a single gem and spoiled OPX's dreams of a dazzling clean sweep. The Red Squad wasn't done yet though, answering back with a surgical round to take this set to a decider round. OPX was looking to do the improbable, defeat Algiri in a 2-0 to claim their final spot. But it just wasn't in the cards, and the Rank 1 team crushed their dreams to take this to a 3rd set. Knockout was where it all turned around. Algiri was now the dominant one, while OPX simply had no recourse. The first round was a 2-0 for the blue side. OPX had started this match off strong in Brawl Ball, but they looked completely lost in Knockout. Algiri walked through them in the 3rd set to see their 5th finals in a row. Now let's check out how KO did versus True Rippers, the team who won back-to-back finals last week. TR is a team that usually claims the first set in dominant fashion, but this time KO stood resolutely in their way. The first round was close, but Ash King eventually rolled in the second goal. KO found themselves in the same position the following round. Again, it was close, and again the Red Squad managed to secure the round to draw first blood in the match. Gem grab would prove to be a very different bout. TR hit their stride and easily took the first round, putting them on match point. KO stood their ground, managing to keep the Rippers from triggering another quick countdown, but eventually Ash King found the blue gem carrier, and that proved to be the fatal blow. The Cup 5 finals were set to be another rematch of Algiri versus True Rippers. Gem grab was the opener, and TR took the first round, as usual. Algiri did manage to equalize it though, throwing the Red Squad off balance and forcing this decider. Algiri had a real chance to break the pattern and secure the first set for themselves, but the Rippers didn't allow it. With their typical textbook teamwork, they picked the blue squad apart and drew first blood. Bounty was another close competition, but Algiri played with such grace and confidence that you would never guess it was do or die for them. TR just couldn't find the angles they needed, and Algiri sent this to a decider set. During Brawl Ball, the match swung heavily in favor of one side. That side was TR. They completely outplayed Algiri to take the first round. The blue squad held bravely in the second round, slowing down the TR aggression considerably, but in the end, it was not enough, and the Rippers claimed yet another Cup Finals crown. That means the first and second seeds are all locked up, but there's still another cup to go for the rest of the teams. The only story that remains is who can claim those bottom 4 spots. OPX and KO were already in 3rd and 4th, so Cup 5 only strengthened their position. We're going to have to take a look at the standings after Cup 5 and see what's still possible. First and second were already settled, Augiri and True Rippers. The only change that can occur is TR taking first seed. Wrong Target, 4-Button, Santor Wally Mummy, and Chamela could overtake KO and OPX, but only if they lose in the round of 32, which isn't too likely. Skyhook, Zero Balance, and Supreme Elites just need to defeat one of those bottom 4 very early in the bracket and then make a strong run themselves, at least to semifinals. The only place to go next is the Cup 6 bracket to see how this all unfolded. This is the moment of truth for Skyhook, Gravity, Zero Balance, and Supreme Elites. If we see any of those names, there's a chance they could snatch a ticket to the Open Final. And it's a miss for all 3, unfortunately. The top 8 teams in Cup 6 were, in fact, the top 8 ranked teams. Now it's just fighting for seeding, so let's see how it all played out. Augiri won their match versus Chamela, while Wrong Target got it right versus OPX. 4-Button knocked out their opponent KO, and TR tore through Santor Wally Mummy. Well, at least it's something different in the semifinals. No OPX or KO. Let's see if WT was able to hit their mark versus Augiri. The battle began with Gem Grab, and right from the start, both teams held an even count. Augiri eventually stepped up their game though, taking the first round convincingly. Round 2 was another slow start for both teams, but Augiri again pulled ahead and got to their countdown first. WT was unable to overwhelm the blue defenses, and set 1 went to Augiri. Set 2 was decided on the pitch in a game of Brawl Ball, and Augiri wasted no time getting into their killer rhythm by overwhelming WT and scoring. After the reset, the blue squad really started laying down the hurt on WT, who just couldn't mount an effective defense. Augiri got to match point easily. The blue squad maintained complete control of the pace and the match in round 2. There was just nothing the red squad could do, and Augiri made their way to a 6th Cup final. 4B got their own chance at glory versus TR. Let's see if they managed the upset. It should come as no surprise that TR came roaring out of the gate to take control of round 1. They do it basically every time, and this match was no different. But 4B showed up with an impressive performance in response, actually managing to stifle the aggression of TR and take this first set to a decider. Unfortunately, the momentum swung back over to TR for round 3 as they cruised to an easy countdown and simply didn't let 4B play the game. TR drew first blood. Next up was Brawl Ball, and yet again, TR brought the fury in the opening round. Ash King, Captain, and Pratik were just too clean, and the red squad swiftly hit match point. Then, things got interesting. King Fahim came up clutch for 4B to keep them in this match, scoring both goals in round 2. That meant a decider. TR expertly maneuvered their way through the field, putting in an early goal in the deciding round. 4B managed to gain ball control, but the TR defense proved just as formidable as its offense. TR took the win 2-0 and proceeded to their 5th Cup finals. All that's left to know now is whether Augiri held on to their number 1 seed, or if TR handed them a 4th defeat in a row to steal their spot. TR has been the very definition of consistent in this matchup. They take the first set each and every time, while Augiri is left to play catch-up in set 2. In that regard, nothing changed in Cup 6. Augiri responded with a particularly impressive showing on the pitch, only giving up 1 goal while shutting down the Rippers' advance. Would the scales of destiny finally shift in the 3rd set? Bounty was a bloodbath. Both squads held nothing back as they fought over the coveted first-place seed. TR managed to emerge victorious in round 1, just barely. TR pulled ahead in round 2 while holding the blue star. Then Phoenix and Talking Lemon came up clutch in the final moments, sending this slugfest to a decider. 4th time's the charm isn't a real saying, but Augiri started to make it look possible early in the decider round. It all came down to one fight. Augiri held the lead for the majority of this match, but TR never lost their composure. The red squad waited for their moment and then struck, securing a 4th win in a row and finally stealing away that number 1 spot on the rankings. That's the only thing that changed from Cups 5 to 6, as you can see here. TR managed to claim rank 1 while the rest of the teams remained in their standings from Cup 5. It was a hard-fought split for these teams, and consistency is what carried them through. In the era of everyone, you don't have to win every cup, or any of them, in order to maintain a top 8. You just need to have that competitive spirit and to show up on game day. So gather some friends and start practicing for next season if you think you've got what it takes. Anyone can play. That's all we've got for you this week, but make sure you check the links below for more information on all the SPS action coming up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the challenge.